Hello there guys, as you can see quite clearly in big letters right there, we are on Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Now we're going to be doing a playthrough, obviously, something different from all the DMC. I need a break from DMC 2 because it's driving me nuts. And we're going to do it on crushing. So you're thinking, yeah, that's alright, that ain't that special, there's always brutal. But we've got a challenge, we've got a bit of a twist. As you've probably read in the title, I'm not going to be allowing myself to use the Tranq gun. We'll use that save file, I think. I'm going to have to use the Tranq gun for the entire game. Pretty mad stuff. So if you don't know anything about this game, the Tranq gun is not very useful. You get it for one mission in the game, a story mission. It's a story specific moment when Nate doesn't want to kill anybody. We're going to skip cutscenes, by the way, and get straight into it. So Nate doesn't want to kill anyone in that, so you can't use it, etc. But in this, I'm going to be using it for the whole thing. And the thing is about the tranquilizer. Sorry, it has no range whatsoever. So you have to get in really close, and on crushing, that is going to be quite the challenge. As you can tell, I am doing this live, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I've done a few tests on hard, and from what I've encountered, you can pretty much kill every single enemy in the game. It's nothing that should give you too much trouble, hopefully. These first few missions aren't going to be the best to showcase this challenge. I'm going to be playing in the wetsuit, by the way, from Uncharted 1. I don't know, it just kind of gives them that Metal Gear Solid vibe, and it's all tranquilizers and Metal Gear, so it felt appropriate. But as I was saying, guys, you're not going to see too much of it in missions 1 and 2. Mission 3 is the one where you'll really see some proper combat. So if you've heard that, you've probably gone and skipped to mission 3. If it's up by that point when you're watching this. If not, stick around and you can listen to my very soothing voice. As mission 1 just has us doing a lot of climbing. So I think now's as good a time as any to just talk about Uncharted 2 for a bit. Rather than anything, because we can't really talk much shop about the challenge until we're in the thick of it from mission 3 onwards. So this game is well, quite a special one. Splits, stating the bleeding obvious. But when this game came out, it was such a big thing, big deal. Obviously, it's Uncharted 2. Uncharted 1, came out to some fanfare. It was quite well received, but it was only thought of as an okay game at the time. And then this game came out, and everybody, at the time, people were literally saying it's one of the best games ever, which is a bit exaggerated. It's certainly an amazing game, one of the PS3's best. I wouldn't go as far as to call it one of the best of all time, but certainly one of the best third-person games. Third-person shooters, if you want to put in that bracket, like Gears of War. And this intro really summed it up for me, because there's nothing like this in Uncharted 1. This really told you the next step. Obviously I skipped the cutscene when you see the train hanging off this cliff, and it was just mental, and it was everything a sequel should be. It was bigger, better, because a lot of sequels go bigger. We've seen that with Devil May Cry 2. But this one was also actually better. I'm trying to die here, I need to jump. You can actually die there, that can be quite an annoying moment. But Uncharted 2, myself with it, I played it. I can't remember if I played it at launch. I think I already had a PS3, I had one of those, like, what we call the fat ones. That broke, got the famous yellow light of death. That, if you remember, it was a long time ago now. And I got the Slim, and I think Uncharted 2 came with it, if I remember correctly. So I don't think I actually bought an Uncharted game, because I borrowed the first one. So I don't think I actually played an Uncharted game that I bought for myself until Uncharted 3. So that's just a fun little story. But we're actually going to give ourselves a Tranq gun. The way I'm doing this is I've completed this game on brutal and all the difficulties, and flex, and I've got all the treasures, so I have options for, like, I can do all the costumes, all the weapons. Now I can already hear the one question, and that is why are you doing this? Why would anybody put themselves through this challenge? And I'm not really sure I have an answer, other than DMC's not hard enough, I guess. No, it's, I don't know, unresolved childhood trauma. Maybe that's it. So let's just open this. I'm curious actually about this section coming up, because normally you have to shoot this guy and cause a big explosion. So I'm curious if I actually need. Actually, I can't tell if that's already happened. You would think how many times I've played this game I would know it a bit better. But Actually, I think it's round here, so let's see. Yeah, odds on me dying on this first bit, by the way, are quite high.
He's alive!
Oh. Oh dear, he's not going down. This is good. There we go. So there you go. That's how useful the Tranq gun is. This is going to be fun, isn't it? And by fun, I mean just torturous. But in answer to the why, I don't know what it is. I think there's a lot of my favourite games I really like to, once I've like exhausted a lot out of them, you know, done as much as I can, hardest difficulties and whatnot, I think I always want to see just how much I love a game, and I think the best way to do that is to kind of put yourself under some really harsh restrictions with it. For Metal Gear Solid 3, for instance, I did a no Tranq run, non-lethal on European Extreme, which wasn't my idea. That was from a YouTuber called Superbunnyhops, and I've kind of taken that idea and somewhat reversed it and applied it to this game. You know, stuff like Resident Evil 4, I haven't done a challenge run on that, but I suppose I could do like handgun only or something, and have a lot of fun with that game. But I just think it's a great way of seeing how much you love a game and really testing the mechanics of it. It can kind of make you appreciate a game more than you already do. It's certainly not for everyone. You know, I certainly don't class myself as an everyone bracket. I mean, for goodness sake, I'm playing Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2, I'm Devil May Cry 2. That game has destroyed my brain. But we're skipping all the cutscenes, as I said, because it's a great story and all, but we're not here for that. We're here for the gameplay. With Drake's wetsuit. His feet must be absolutely frozen. It's quite funny playing this back because it is quite a very exciting opening, but once you've done it once, you've done it every single time really. There's not much to this. I'll certainly talk a lot more Uncharted in Mission 2 because we're gonna have some really dodgy stealth coming up, which I don't particularly enjoy. But the good thing with the Tranq gun is it has 100 bullets, because I was kind of worried I'd have to use the infinite ammo cheat to like get anywhere with the challenge track player will have to do that. And some other things I'll note, I am using melee, you know, if I ever get close enough for that to happen, which could do. And I'll also, you'll know if I'm stuck on a section a lot because I will resort to using grenades. But anyway guys, that's mission 1. I'll see you for mission 2. Thanks for watching.